Hi, this is Dr. Andy Bannister, the Director of the Solas Centre for Public Christianity up in Scotland. You know, I love Easter because Easter stands at the heart of the Christian faith. In fact, it's the foundation of the Christian faith. If Jesus didn't die on the cross and rise from the dead 3 days later, our faith is useless, as Paul says in 1 Corinthians 15. But Easter is also central to Christianity because it brings out the uniqueness of the Christian faith. You know, we live in a world where there are hundreds, if not thousands, of other religions and belief systems, and the world we live in tries to squish them together and claim that they're all broadly the same. For example, I often hear people say to me things like, Andy, every religion teaches that God is love, so why can't you Christians just affirm that the Buddhist way is the same as the Christian way and the Hindu way and the Muslim way and so forth? But when we think about the love of God, that simply isn't true, because the love of God is unique to the Christian faith, and Easter shows us how. You see, think about this question. What is the highest, the greatest form of love that could possibly be demonstrated? Most people who think for a moment will instantly answer, well, self-sacrificial love, right? In fact, Jesus says this. He's asked the question, and he says, greater love has nobody than they lay down their life for their friends. And we know this instinctively. If I give my life saving my child, throwing her out of the way of a runaway truck, for instance, anybody looking at that would go, what incredible love Andy had for his daughter. Well, here's the thing. Christians claim that God is the greatest possible being, and therefore everything he does is the greatest possible version of that activity. So God's love has to therefore be the greatest, the highest form of love conceivable. But if the highest form of love is self-sacrificial love, God therefore has to be a God who can demonstrate self-sacrificial love. That's what God did in Jesus Christ on the cross that first Easter, and it's unique to the Christian faith. No other religion knows of a God like that. So if you are a non-Christian watching this and thinking about the Christian faith, let me encourage you, take a fresh look at Jesus and what God has done there. It's unique, the love demonstrated there for you and for me. And if you're a Christian watching this, let me encourage you, step up in boldness and courage this Easter and share with your non-Christian friends, family and colleagues the incredible news of what God did for them in the person of Jesus that first Easter.